believe it? Okay, so there's lots of stuff I want to talk with you all about. Besides just say hello, hello, hello. We've had a shift. We've had another shift. The force in the universe has shifted. This is a thing. I kind of mentioned it the other day that we have these two asteroids that have been close together. Is it on here? Yes, at this quarter moon. The black Lilith moon, the dark side of the moon, which has to do with all that that carnal instinct, primitive pain that the women carry, whether it's being ousted, being an outcast, and having zero support, and having lost everything. I liken it to, I think, that pain that all the moms at the borders, that they feel. That has been conjunct this asteroid Chiron for a while now. Chiron is a wounded healer. It's the gifted healer that can heal anything in the world for everybody else, but when it comes to them, they can't do it for themselves. So it's the wound that has to be healed. In the United States chart, okay, I know this is upside down. Right now, these two, so the one that's like a little half moon looking thing here, that is Lilith. That's the dark side of the moon. Chiron is the one that looks like that letter K on a zero. At the quarter moon on the 2nd, they were 3 and 4 degrees. Well, yesterday they were conjunct together, and then last night, I think it was around 8:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but who's counting? I am, of course. Lilith moved past Chiron, and there was a noticeable shift in the air. It was a bit more buoyant. It didn't feel as heavy and painful and dark. Now, so Chiron will bestow a lot of gifts, but now Lilith has creeped in here with some eclipses, which pain in general, because this is very prominent in our U.S. chart. Because at our U.S. chart, I'm going to turn this over. Just pretend like this is the bottom of the U.S. chart. When we had our eclipses, the bottom of the U.S. chart is like 1 degree Aries. When we had these eclipses recently, that's where Chiron was. So as part of the eclipses, we were destined to heal a wound we've never been able to heal. And so I think that is why things have kind of felt especially unbearable at times. But last night, now, Lilith moved past Chiron. So you guys know how I say this is how the Earth spins. It goes like this. So now, this whole time, Lilith conjunct Chiron, as the sun rises, as it sets, as it's on the other side of the world, as it's above us, Lilith, the pain, has been leading the wound. So we've been like carrying these wounds collectively all this time. Oh my gosh. And when Lilith went past Chiron, now she's on this side. And Chiron is here. Now, Chiron is leading Lilith as the Earth spins. As the sun, as it sets, as it rises, Chiron, the healer, is leading the wound. So it's like Lilith, the dark moon, the dark side of the moon, Lilith, that pain, is bathed in healing and the healing expertise of Chiron. That is what happened last night. So I don't know if you guys are feeling that at all. I'm just going to check in and see what you guys are chit-chatting about. Oh, hi, Becca. Bonjour. Hola.
Let's see. Yes, Becca, we have all missed you a lot. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Lynn. So do you guys get kind of what I'm talking about a little bit? I think you guys are all chit-chatting. That's fine. We can come back to this. Yeah, okay. Yes, you guys, if you didn't know, Becca's back. Look at my chat. I love it. Okay, so, okay, Cappy's mom, yes to an energy shift. Thank you. I'm glad that you got it as well. So, what my long way of saying is I want you guys to know we are in such a better healing space, especially with all this divine feminine. And so as I was doing research last night, and, oh God, I packed away my notes. I needed those. Some interesting things because, okay, so this Lilith has like a 9-year cycle, so it will conjunct the Chiron, the healer, every like 10 to 15 years or so. So this thing flipped last night. So you look at all the themes that are leading up to this. The thing that blew my mind, because the last time it happened was in 2012 or 2009. I think it was like February 2009. I don't have my notes. I will have to correct later. But you know what happened then? Okay, so that conjunction happened in Pisces, and Pisces can be illusionary. It can be deceptive, but it's healing. It's a compassionate servant. You know, both ends of that creativity and using the imagination, it can go either way. It can go a positive way. It can go a dark way and have deception. Well, back then, I think like in 2009, when that conjunction happened in Pisces, that is when Julian Assange was on the run. There was a manhunt for him. Now, how many years later? He is dealing with his extradition case to the United States. Interesting, right? The other one, the other big one that happened around then, no, it was the summer of 2010. That's when it happened. Like June 2010 is when this happened, because it was July 1st. So when you look at the end of June into July, what was happening in 2010, that is when the Obama administration, they identified Russian spies who were up to no good, and I think the Department of Justice was involved with this big list of Russian spies, and they got deported back to Russia. What is happening now? Holy heck, this week, over, 600 pages of notes from the Mueller Russia investigation were released. I mean, they're redacted heavily, but oh my gosh, that was all released this week. So there absolutely is a connection to the pain and the healing that we're experiencing in these big parts of our lives. Oh, you know what else happened? Roy Moore, back then, during that time, that summer 2010, he was making a bid to run for governor in the state of Alabama. What happened when we had that shift last night with Chiron and the dark side of the moon Lilith, Black Moon Lilith? He lost his bid last night. Oops. Sorry. There are some other themes that happened, but those are just the ones right off the top of my head that I can remember. So this is a synod, S-Y-N-O-D. We're starting a new cycle of the Lilith Chiron cycle. And so if you look for the things that are happening now and how we're healing a nation, the pains that we're taking in and how we're healing ourselves, there will be absolutely sizable progress and
totally different, different manifestation. Like it's like the thing gets wrapped up and we're done. So it'll just be interesting. And so I hope that you guys are feeling better. I know one of you. I'm thinking of your profile picture in my mind. I know you were having a really hard time, and I hope that today you're feeling better. I think you used the word feeling despondent is how hard that I absolutely could sense how you would be feeling that. So what are you guys talking about? Let me check in. Hi there, Ian. Linda Foster's awake and alive like the rest of us. Hi, Keisha. Jeff Sessions lost his bid. Yay!